Hello, everybody, and welcome to Compliance Through Command. Today, I'm going to be showing you we're going to be completing compliance from now on, since we'll no longer be inside of .loop for compliance. It's all going to be done through command, and for that, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to share with command. And we don't need my video on here, so I'm going to stop the video. But we are recording my screen. So inside, we can see on the inside of command, and I go to agent.kw.com, and I'm going to log in using my MyKW credentials, and it will bring me to my home screen. We can once again customize the home screen. We have some new features, which I'll talk about in a later video. First, for compliance, we're going to go to opportunities. We would create an opportunity. Actually, the real first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check to make sure that my Docusign is connected into my account. So I see I have Docusign right here. If I did not have it connected, it would be down here, and it would most likely be an e-signature or productivity, and you're going to connect it through there. So with that connection, we're making sure that we are connected to Docusign. We're going to go back into opportunities. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to go back into opportunities. I'm going to create one. I'm going to make sure that we're under the right market center. So Inglewood, opportunity type is a listing. I am the owner. If you are on a team, your rainmaker is usually the owner. My client, I'm going to put it under, let's just start typing. I'll put it under my aunt. I'm gonna put the word test in front of here so we know it's not a real opportunity. I'm not gonna put that in my commission rate. We're just gonna say it's 3. We're doing a buyer, not a listing. We aren't in cultivate, we are in active. We're in negotiations. So we'll click on create. And now we're in the dashboard of my opportunities to be able to see what we need for each transaction. So right now we have our details, the buyer profile in here. This is going to be just about our client. This is a new tab for us. We're going to be focusing on the documents tab today. So inside are going to be our checklists in here. Consultation, under contract, and closed. You see I have no paperwork under consultation that's required, so I'm going to go under contract. And you can see that I have a purchase contract is required, property disclosure is required, extension addendum is condition required, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to scroll through, see what else I have. So my receipt for escrow deposit is required, brokerage relationship disclosure is required, a warranty required. And then if I go under closed, I can see what else is required in here as well. I'm going to go back to under contract, and then I'm going to click on this says start a transaction button. I'm actually going to click on the drop down. Because I have Docusign and .loop both connected in here, I'm going to just choose one of them, and I'm going to be choosing Docusign. So once I choose Docusign, it's going to create a room inside of Docusign for me. Well, first it's actually going to ask me to sign in. So I'm going to sign in. Let's see. Okay, so I am signed into my Docusign. It created a room for me, Alice Fibelkorn, buyer, and this is where I'm going to add my documents in here. I'm going to add a couple details so we can quickly fill in these. Not selling. So my buyers already had information filled in, which is great that it's coming over. Before it didn't come over. So we're seeing our contact info come in now, which is fantastic. So Alice Fibercone, home phone number, cell phone. Buyer 2, if there's buyer 2, my information is in here already. I'm going to just I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to click on the edit button for the details. I'm going to choose an address. I'm just going to use my condo. We'll say I'm not the seller. We will make like so I'm not putting their actual emails in there right now. These are just holder emails. These are my email addresses across the board. Let's say this. I would fill out the information in here. I'm going to say the offer date is today. I'm going to give them an offer of 250. No, let's see, it's condo over there. So I'm going to say 350,000 with 2,000 as earnest money. And we'll just save that. So now I'm going to go into my documents, going to add, go into Docusign Forms. If you have it in any place else, you can use those as well, but I'm going to use it from the forms. I'm going to click Group, and then there's the buyer sale package, and then all of the documents that I could need for my buyer's package. So I'm going as is residential. It's a condo, condominium rider, appraisal contingency. Let's see, so I noticed that I am missing a couple things in there. So that will have to be updated. But I'm just going to add these for now. Okay, so now it is busy auto-populating all of our documents in here. I just want to pull this up. Yep, so I got my sellers in here, my buyer, the address. I still need to put in the property ID and everything like that. Okay. So I'd fill out this paperwork right in here. Then I'd save and close. Buyer's going to pay cash. Okay, all right. So let's say I went through and I did all that. I'm going to click Save and Close. Condominium rider, so on and so forth throughout the whole, all the documents, going through, doing all the paperwork, filling it out. And now I'm going to go, let's say it's all filled out. I'm going to go to envelopes. I'm going to create a new envelope. I'm going to pull from room docs, as is cut in. I'm just going to do the as is, but whatever you're going to send over to get signed to your buyer first, you're going to have it signed. I'm just going to send the as is and wire fraud and selected. Going to add a recipient, pre-tagged roles, and I'm just sending it to my buyer right now, which is Fibercorn. selected. Oh, I didn't put hers in there. We'll just do, we'll do my Gmail. I need to create more email addresses apparently. All right, so it's just sending to Alice, and I can put in an email message if I want to. I'm gonna click next. Make sure this is correct. Yep, and there, good, good, good. So we're just going to Alice. If I wanted to, I could have had put my initials in here too, or me. I'm automatically going to get a copy of this because I am the listing agent. So this is good. I'm going to send it. And then I'm going to go into my email. gmail.com. We'll see how many unanswered emails I have, 26,000. That's just the scratching the surface. Right here, Blake Whitble via Docusign sent you something to review and sign. So I'm going to review and review documents. And this is all part of the process to compliance. So this is the actual Docusign process. Click continue. Looks good to me. I'm going to initial, adopt an initial. And of course, they're going through and they're reading everything. They're just not willy-nilly signing things without reading. I just do that because we're going through this video. If I read through everything, it would be a long video. I don't want a copy, thank you. I don't need that. So it's been signed. So I'm gonna go back into my room where it is. I'm gonna refresh. We are gonna actually take a look to see that I just received an email saying that the document was completed. So view completed documents. You don't need to click on that. I'm going to go back into documents. And you'll see that I have 2 documents that are signed now. Now I'm going to go into command. I have my purchase contract now. I'm going to add a file. And there's the add file next to it. So it says not uploaded. Purchase contract required. It's a contract. Not under the type. And then it says add a file. Click add a file. And then it gives me an option where I can add it from. I can add it from my computer with manually. I can add it from Docusign, or I can add it from custom folders. I'm going to add from Docusign. And you'll see that they will say signed if it is the signature on it. And that's the ones we want. So these 2 are the signed ones. This is the as is contract. I'm going to assign. And this is, of course, after everything is signed. So it's both buyers and sellers have signed it that you're putting it in. It's not just the buyer side. This is a completed contract that you're putting in here. Let's see, I had the wire. Wire fraud. I don't see it in there. I'm going to have to add the wire fraud in there. So I have it in here and it is uploaded. I could submit this to the Market Center now. And if I did that, I'm going to do that and I'll just let Lisa know not to. Not to worry about it. So I just submitted it and then it will come back to me if it's accepted or rejected. And we will get notification of that through an email as well, and also notification up here, and through our Kelly app we should get a notification. And that's how we do compliance through command, is we add the documents in here, then we submit it to the MC, and it's submitting for compliance. Does anybody have any questions? If you want to ask a question through the microphone, just unmute yourself because I have you muted, or you can text in the text box or in the chat box and I will answer you. Let's see. If nobody has a question, great. This is recorded. If you do have any questions in the future, you can always email me. I am more than happy to answer your questions. Just please let me know, and I hope you all had a great weekend. Let's stop my screen sharing. I'm going to start my video. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys in the office once it's open again for everybody. Distancing, of course. But thanks for stopping by.